This podcast is presented by StreamerCollabs.com, a website made by streamers for streamers. StreamerCollabs.com helps streamers find, connect, and grow their channels by collaboration. We believe that collaboration is key to unlocking the full potential of the streaming community, and we strive to provide the tools and resources needed to make that happen. So join us today and let's make a difference together on StreamerCollabs.com. This podcast is presented by StreamerCollabs.com, a website made by streamers for streamers. StreamerCollabs.com helps streamers find, connect, and grow their channels by collaboration. We believe that collaboration is key to unlocking the full potential of the streaming community, and we strive to provide the tools and resources needed to make that happen. So join us today and let's make a difference together on StreamerCollabs.com.
And we are live. Welcome back to the weekly Streamer Collabs podcast hosted by your boy, the big, yo infamous, aka David, and
the big Buzz cute skin, sitting here being cute. I'm just a cute boy, at the end of the day with a cute podcast, but a cute 24-year-old boy. But you guys are probably, let me let y'all in on a little secret. So if you keep up with my streams, twitch.tv/BuzzLightskin, you'll probably, the last one you probably saw my camera shit itself live on stream. Like it went just like, I don't know if the stream, my camera's dead. So no camera for Buzz in this podcast. Hopefully it's either fixed or I get a replacement by next stream.
yeah,
But I mean I'll use my phone next time. But yeah, anyways guys, today we're going to be talking about internet connection, balancing stream settings, prioritizing or bit rate and shit based on, your internet speed. So like, let's say you have the worst internet known to man. We're going to have some suggestions for bit rate and resolution for you. Or if you have NASA speed internet, we're going to sort that out for you, let you know what bit rate you can use. And honestly, spoiler alert, if you have NASA speed internet, you could probably fucking use any bit rate you want. But yeah, just keeping streams. You could probably stream like 6 games at once. But
exactly, bro.
If you wanted to,
if you were down like that,
we're not the bitrate collabs cast. We're the streamer collabs cast. So we're gonna just jump right into it. Do you want me to start off, David?
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So first things first, internet connection. That's like obviously streaming on Twitch, internet connection is going to be a pretty important thing for you. So first things first, if you're interested in streaming, I would suggest running an internet speed test. There are a couple of websites out there. If I Google speed test, first one that comes up is speedtest.net, also known as speed test by Ookla. That's Ookla. It's a global broadband speed test. It basically tells you how high or how fast your internet is. And I'd run it now, but it would literally, fuck up the stream.
Make sure nobody is online when you're doing it.
Yeah, make sure no one's online. So like if you've got a streamer brother like I do, and he's in some high intensity gameplay, don't run the stream or the internet test.
Please.
Like
you will hear me screaming from my room.
Like what? I'll be like, well, at least we know the internet's good.
Exactly.
But yeah, you want to aim for an upload speed of at least 5. I believe that's megabits per second or megabytes. Let me see. I know I'm a computer science major, chat, but I still got to look this shit up.
Are megabits and bytes different? I thought those are the same.
No, megabits and megabytes. One's bigger and one's smaller.
Oh shit. The more you
megabits. Yeah. Okay. So 5 megabits per second. So obviously that's like the bare minimum. That's what you want to be shooting for if, your internet may not be as good, but the higher is better. So if you got like 25 megabits per second, then you're doing pretty fucking good. If you can, we're going to give you some options to like, work with what you've got, but if you can afford it to, and you're really down to stream, and you're like, man, I really want to do this. This is something I'm passionate about. Then consider upgrading your internet. We're not going to suggest any providers or anything, just because obviously it varies, and we're not promoting any of them because them niggas ain't paying us.
Yeah.
But if you can upgrade your internet plan, these next tips might actually help smooth things over on your hardware and keep shit running smoothly. Yeah. Did you want to take this, or should I keep going?
Yeah, man, that's about as good as that sounds good, man. I got it. So, yeah, for our fast internet speed, you're gonna wanna, which would be considered probably above like 10 megabits a second. You're gonna it will prioritize a higher visual quality while streaming. So basically, the better your internet, the clearer your stream is gonna be. So if you have like, if you can stream at, I think the max for Twitch is like 6,000 bitrate. So if you stream at 6,000 bitrate, your quality will be 1080p 60 FPS. Or whatever it is that you're putting out. It'll be that. But yeah, recommended bitrate would be 5,000 to 8,000. I think it's megabits per second, and that's 8,000 is a little on the high side. I have mine set to about 10,000 just so it maxes out completely. But 8,000, anything past 6K is really like not. It doesn't really affect it too much. It's just kind of like making sure that you're maxing out as much as possible. Definitely for streaming at 1080p 60 fps, that is the maximum resolution for Twitch. However, streaming on YouTube, you can stream in 1440p by 1080. I believe that's the dimensions, and I believe either 60 or 30 fps. I haven't streamed on YouTube in a little bit, but
wait, hold up, you can't stream at 2K on Twitch? 1440?
No.
Damn.
No,
that's crazy. What? That's genuinely crazy. I thought you could. I was like searching my OBS, like why I thought I could a while ago. I guess not. Golly.
No, man. Just
get on that Twitch.
YouTube is the one. But yeah. Let's see what we got here. You may have more flexibility with bitrate adjustments based on your specific content. Experiment with different settings to find the optimal balance for your setup. So yeah, like we said, man, just make sure that you are choosing the right bitrate for your internet that matches your internet. Because if you have like, let's say you have 2 megabits a second, that's not terrible. You can still do like a 1,500 to 2K megabit kilobyte upload, and still have a pretty decent like 720p 30 FPS stream. And that's like the bare minimum though. If you can't do 720 30 FPS, you might want to consider YouTube videos. That'll be definitely a lot easier to produce than dealing with your internet. That could
let's keep it a buck. It's easier to grow on YouTube than it is on Twitch. And streaming on
people say grow on YouTube to grow on Twitch. That's what we've been saying.
It's also like just like common, like that's the law of the land, bro, because we keep saying it. Twitch doesn't care about you, bro. Twitch cares about Ninja, Drake, and Tyler Ninja Blevins. So basically just
big three.
Go on YouTube, guys. Go on YouTube.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think can I grab this one real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
So for average Joes, with an upload speed between 5 megabits and 10 megabits per second, essentially you want to aim for a balance between visual quality and smooth performance. The recommended bit rate for that would be 300 kilobits per second, 300 or 3,000 kilobytes per second, or 4,500 kilobytes per second. You can try streaming at 720p at 60 FPS, or if you want to, 900p at 30 FPS. I know Casey streams at 900.
I think so.
900 is nice if you can't hit 1080p, but you want a little higher quality. And if you're willing to sacrifice the 30 frames to give your viewers a potentially clearer viewing experience, then by all means give it a shot. There's no reason you can't experiment between the two, because you're not married to like one resolution for the rest of your life. People aren't going to come and be like, oh my God, why isn't he streaming at 720 today? Like, this is fucking ridiculous.
We will get used to 1080 though. We will get used to 1080.
That's true. If you stream at 1080, make sure you do that consistently.
Consistently stream at 1080p.
Because if I pop in, not me personally, like if it's someone I fuck with, then I'm gonna stay regardless. But if it's like if I pop into someone's stream and I'm like, all right, I like this guy's content, I like the last stream he did, let me see what he's doing today, and it's like 720p, I'm gonna stick around. I'm gonna be honest, 720p can't be scoffed at, but like,
not bad.
But at the same time, it's not
480.
It's not 1080p.
360.
Bro. It's not 1080p.
Yes, it's not. It's not the same.
So essentially, bro, I would suggest if you can use a wired connection and monitor your bit rate for adjustments. I know OBS, for example, had base OBS, not Streamlabs OBS. I think Streamlabs OBS might show as well, but I know OBS kind of shows you how many frames you drop, current bit rate, and it shows when your bit rate fluctuates and all that good stuff. A lot of information that shows you in real time, a lot of useful information to read before and after stream.
You talking about Streamlabs OBS or OBS?
OBS.
Because yeah, Streamlabs actually does that as well.
Excellent.
Streamlabs is really good, honestly. I'm low key thinking about moving or using OBS though, simply because it's kind of interfering with my Valorant games. So we'll see how that goes. yeah. It seems to be be like, yo, what the fuck is going on? No, it's just
it's asking you, yo, why the fuck are you playing Valorant?
Oh, well, there's that as well.
Bro, I'm gonna be no shade to Valorant, no shade to Valorant. He says after literally
no shade to Valorant.
My bad, but play video games to relax. So Valorant, my stupid ass installed it. I played it. I got through the tutorial, got into a ranked match, and well,
you jumped right into ranked.
You know, I was feeling good that day, bro. I had my breakfast, I got my work done. I was like, man, I could really fuck it up in some Valorant. I got fucked up, bro. Like they jumped me. The entire team descended upon me like a vulture on a carcass, bro. Like flies on shit. It was rough. But the point is, chat, play Valorant if you want to, but Streamlabs OBS is pretty hard on your hardware. Like it requires a lot of power from your hardware. So OBS is a little bit better for performance in the long run. I personally prefer it because it offers me a lot more in terms of options and control of the stream. But who knows? I might go back to Streamlabs at some point just to kind of refresh and see, just compare them again, because it's been literal years since I've used Streamlabs, and they probably have upgraded and made some changes.
Man, look at us doing the switch off, man.
Yeah, look at that, bro. Look at us passing the baton to each other and running in opposite directions. I don't think that's how they work, like marathons work, but like in this case, for the sake of this, metaphor.
Sake of this metaphor, that is how they work.
But Ethernet, bro, Ethernet, if you have an Ethernet port, that's your best bet. Like Ethernet is your friend. I would highly recommend it. It's like, but Buzz, it's across the house. Get a long ass Ethernet cable, bro, because Ethernet changes the Wi-Fi, game. Man. It's like upgrading from a hard drive to an SSD, but for your internet. Like changing from Wi-Fi to Ethernet is like, oh shit, I've always had this potential. Holy shit!
It's like looking at your hands, like, yo,
exactly, bro. It's like,
what is this power?
It's like Gojo fighting fucking what was his name? Ghetto? Was it not Ghetto? Mahita? No. When bro was floating?
Starts with the S, right? Sakura? No.
And he was like, above all, he said, in heaven and earth, I am the what did he say? I am the honored one.
Sukuna?
No, bro. Hold up.
Fuck, I'm just saying words right now. I'm just naming names.
Gojo versus, let's see.
Sukuna.
No, I'm thinking of when he fought dude who stabbed him in the neck. This is we're not the anime collab cast, but
Toji?
Toji, yes.
Toji, yeah. Toji's low key that boy, man. He's low key sick.
But that shit'll have you floating, bro. Shout out Gojo. I'm not into Jujutsu Kaisen, but I finished the first season, wasn't a huge fan. Gonna watch season 2 because I saw that fight, like,
oh yeah. I
was like, oh my god, wait a minute. And then bro was like, I don't know, some of it. That's apparently I think it's a sutra. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but it's from like the Buddhist texts. Like bro literally brought out scripture to be like, this ass whooping is going to be astronomical, bro. Like I was like, golly.
Told you that man, bro.
He said that boy. I don't understand cursed energy at all, like, to be completely honest, but we're not the anime collabs cast. We're not the anime collabs cast. We will talk about this surely at another point when we get off track, but
obviously we will eventually get off track again.
I would also, but for streaming and keeping shit smooth,
Mhm.
Unless you're running something like closed captions that requires Google to be open, close everything that's not required. Like if it's not the game and it's not your streaming software and it's not something that you require for like a widget or a plugin or something, close that shit out because every little thing eats away at your computer's like speed and productivity. Everything takes a little bit of power, right? Especially Google. Google is a hardware hog. Like that
Yeah,
shit'll
that
eat up
should
your hardware.
eat up your RAM,
So
bro.
close out whatever you don't need. Consider upgrading your RAM if you can.
Mm-hmm.
16 gigs. 16 gigs
Gigs
is
is
all right.
solid.
It's
Gigs,
it's
you know,
solid to start out
starter.
with,
You
but
know,
32 is the sweet spot. 64 is pretty good, but anything past that is
48
anyone
is
trying
also
to.
pretty good too.
48 is good too. Actually, I'd probably recommend stopping at 48 because past I think like 64, if anyone says, "Oh man, you wanna get past 64," that it's like opening your third eye. They're lying to you, bro. That's a RAM salesman trying to get you to.
Oh,
That's
RAM
that's
salesman.
big. That's big RAM trying to get you to buy more RAM, bro. Like you're not gonna notice a difference. At some point, your upgrades are just you're gonna peak, but like you're not gonna notice a difference, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, we mentioned using an Ethernet cable, super important. It's
Mm-hmm.
a lot more stable than Wi-Fi. The only time it'll drop is if the entire internet drops. You're gonna want to go for Ethernet. Consider downscaling your resolution, like we said. If you got a lower end stream, if you're streaming a little lower end, consider streaming 720. 720 is the lowest you should go, honestly.
Yeah, 720
720,
is the lowest, yeah.
720.
720, 30 FPS, 720, 60 FPS.
Monitor your
Um,
bit rate, check to make sure like, okay, what time am I streaming today? Like, really, really, this is the studying part, chat. And
mhm.
I feel like it's a lot more difficult for me to really nail these points without the camera. So sorry guys, I love you. I'll figure this shit out. But really, it's something you gotta study. Like streaming and perfecting your craft, because that's what it's all about,
Mhm.
is about studying like the metrics. Like, all right, what time am I streaming? People are getting off of work in my neighborhood, so they're coming back. Everyone's binging Netflix and shit. So maybe
Yeah.
I should stream earlier or later so that way I have a little bit more internet to work with because it does matter depending on your provider. Our provider is not epic,
No,
so
Dookie dog water.
I'm not trying to cast stones or anything because I don't know anything about internet like that, like, but I could probably run the company better is all I'm saying. However, basically you want to measure, be like, okay, so people are at work right now and I'm not. Maybe I could stream a little Ghost of Tsushima or something, a little Valorant, a
Yeah, a
little something
little
like
bit, man.
that. Just a little bit. But it's about studying the metrics
Yeah.
and finding when the bit rate is best
Yeah.
and really just working off of that. You
Yeah,
want to invest in a
definitely.
decent. Oh, go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
was
Go
just gonna
ahead.
say, once you get into Streamlabs OBS and you set everything up, make sure that you don't like have too many like sources open. Because if you have too many sources open, that'll definitely also lag your PC as well. Um, Try and have like maybe your display capture or your game capture. Set up your mic so that it's the default mic for your system. Set up your camera so it's like, but you're not using your webcam mic. Make sure that you're like we said, getting ready for a stream. But yeah, definitely make sure that you don't have too many sources open, too many scenes, because those things can also mess up your PC and bring down your quality as well.
Shit
Um,
requires resources, bro.
mhm.
Everything requires resources. So you got to think of it like a numbers game. Like, all right, I may not know the exact percentage, but I know this is probably going to take more. Like an animated overlay, an animated source is probably going to take more from my computer than, let's say, a static image.
Yeah.
So just think about shit like that. Just think about shit like that, essentially.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And it's definitely good to just be prepared and for any on stream like hitches that could happen. Like we said, if you have to end stream and figure it out, go ahead and end stream, but try and keep it to a minimum of like, or a maximum of like 2 or 3 times, because after that you're kind of blowing up people's phones and that kind of,
No one likes that shit,
nobody
bro.
likes that shit, man. So I
Uh, you-
honestly, after about two, I'm not saying give up forever, but if you need to walk away from the problem and let it like sort itself out for a second, go ahead and do that.
Or just
Sometimes
take the
I'll
night off, bro. Just be like,
exactly, yeah,
yo, this shit isn't working, guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna be working overtime to make sure this is fixed so I can get back to making content for y'all, hanging out. But right now I can't do it. There's nothing wrong with like you said, walking away and saying, not tonight.
exactly, man, exactly. And just like a lot of the time, I'll go to bed and with a problem, I'll have a problem. I'll go to bed, I'll wake up, and then I'll be like, oh shit, this is how you solve that, or it'll just be like it'll just click sometimes,
Yeah.
But definitely, I'd say, yeah, be prepared. Go ahead, look through all your sources, your scenes, make sure everything is clean. You see how I did that little rhyme there? That's we do it all the time here. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I'm just saying. But
the hype man noise. I wish I'm glad the camera didn't see my face because that shit was like just like a lot. I just imagine a little guy, just like a little guy in the background jumping up and down like
noobing it up.
noob.
God damn.
Back when Rick and Morty was funny.
Yeah, shout out old Rick and Morty, man.
Shout outs the first 3 seasons of Rick and Morty. For maybe the first 2.
Season 3 wasn't that bad. Actually, honestly, Rick and Morty is pretty good still.
I don't know, bro.
I watched a few. There were a couple of stinkers. We'll be real, but Rick, for a majority of it, I finished Rick and Morty pretty much. That shit was low key gas.
I'm also a hater. Like I'm like a D list, not a D list. I'm an A list, like tier 1 hater. Like I love hating on things, bro. Like I'll see something popular and I'm like, man, this shit sucks. Just to get a reaction.
It's just not even, man, this shit sucks.
I'm gonna go into something I don't even know, bro. Like I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna buy a ticket to a hockey game. I'm gonna sit down front row. I'm gonna find the biggest fan, the dude with the hat, the little foam finger. I'm talking the jersey. I'm gonna be like, yo, these niggas suck, bro. Like, yo, you watch
your
this
team
shit?
sucks.
Really?
Damn.
That's a shame. But like, I'm just kidding.
Every week,
every
week you look.
Hockey fans, they will take you out on the ice and put you through the ringer, bro. Don't be like me. Don't do that because I'm not.
Don't live on the edge.
I'm a liar too. Anyway. But yeah, honestly, I think that's it. Man. I think that's it for this week. Sorry again for the lack of camera chat. I really do enjoy, looking at y'all and y'all looking at me. But next week I'm gonna sort this shit out. We'll get this cleaned up. Y'all be seeing my cute little face. But in the meantime, my name is Buzz, aka Charles, aka the Big Buzz Lightskin.
And I am David, aka Infamous. And today's episode is pretty much over, man. Have a great rest of your day, night, evening, morning, and we will see you guys in the next video.